Check, check, check. Are we live here yet? Seems like we might be live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the English channel by Trading with Adhan. How are you all? I wouldn't lie, this feels a bit awkward to be conversing in English, but it's fine. Gotta get used to it eventually. I hope the stream's running fine. It's smooth for everyone. 30 minutes to go for the news. Hello, Mr. Narendra Modi, Fahad, Gym Addiction, Tech Learner. Hello. I hope my voice is clear. Hello, Darshan. How are you? What's up, Mr. Ashish? Gambling is my type of trading. Very nice. It's a nice consolidation over here. Am I too pretty, huh? Can look at a breakout or breakdown trade. There's a pretty nice trend line, but I don't like the candle over here. Are you guys unable to hear me clearly? It should be better now. Loud and clear. Perfect. ING is 18% up, man. That's wild. So the news comes out in close to, it's 10:58. No, it's the wrong time. 11:02. News comes out in 28 minutes. So we'll be looking at the federal funds rate. Now let's find out what this is. Well, what does it measure? It measures the interest rate at which depository institutions lend balances held at Federal Reserve to other depository institutions overnight. Why do they make it so complicated? Also known as interest rates. It's as simple as that. So these are interest rates at which banks borrow from the Federal Reserve. So for example, if you're buying a house, you get a loan at say 8 to 10%. That's the rate you pay to the bank, but the bank borrows at say 4 or 5%. That rate is known as the interest rate, and that is what decides the entire lending cycle of a country. So this rate is very important. If they finally cut the rate, I predict a humongous crash in the American market. Because historically, every time there's been a rate cut, the markets have crashed. आपका sound change हो गया. What does that mean? Hello Vihan, how are you? If there's a rate cut, there can be a crash. Ooh, look at gold. This looks very tempting. This looks super tempting. Okay, if this gives us a negative closing, we can go ahead and take a short trade in gold. As soon as the slow breaks, you can take a short. This would be a better SL, but it's okay. 2339, let's just give it above 40. It's a decent SL. And the reason we're taking this trade is first time we saw rejection and then a lower high, rejection, a lower high, and then this third time another lower high. And on the basis of that framework, the direction is not fully in our favor, so we will reduce our quantities. However, we have our evening star pattern forming over here, and on the 15 minutes chart, we have a pin bar over here as well. Gold on the 4-hour chart is showing a bearish flag. Is that so? Well, the flag got disrespected royally, my friend. The flag is invalid at the moment. Oil crashed. Like we discussed in, well, we won't be discussing about other streams over here. Yeah, secret stream, guys, secret stream. Noob question, is gold not available to trade gold on Delta Exchange? No, Delta Exchange is only a crypto platform. You can trade gold on other platforms like BingX. Said by whisper क्यों कर रहे हो? I am not whispering, man. I'm trying to speak as loud as possible. I don't know why it's coming out as a whisper to you guys. One second. Is it? I think it's too loud now, isn't it? This must be better. Yeah, this should be better. Well, on a shorter time frame, Bitcoin is near an important resistance level. So you may consider a short trade over here at this point. But these are just trades which you can take to pass your time. These are not the trades where you make huge money or lose huge money, hopefully. You're long in Euro USD, huh? There's a massive compression in USD, Euro USD, man. That's on the daily chart. So on the hourly, however, we have 21 minutes to go for the federal funds rate. The market is expecting a 5.50. That means market isn't expecting any kind of change. If there are rate cuts, there's going to be a temporary huge jump in dollar rate and gold will go down. But if there's a rate hike, then gold will go up and dollar will crash. Will this live remain on this channel? Yeah, it'll remain on this channel. What do you mean by will it remain? It's not accurate. Well, it does say it was 5.5. India's at 6.5, like Philippines. If you notice, India's is one of the highest in Asia. But still, Asia Pacific, that's the challenge. Mexico has a high rate. Well, here's the economic calendar. Let's just filter it out. Select America. And only select the high impact ones. Save this. Where's the time? Yeah. But it's still giving me a weird ass time, dude. What's 19? What is this time? $803. Just a slight change because of this wick. Another 18 minutes to go for the news. Can you hear the background music? Cool. Gold is trying to sustain, which is all right. Even if it does, we have another 15 to go for the news. ING might give us an interesting trade over here. Interesting price action. Look at this crash, man. There is a possibility that this might stay here, depending on their interest rates. Why did we short in Bitcoin? That's a good question. So, previous support levels turned to resistance. Market came back, checked this, formed a pin bar, and that's the reason why we took a short over here. And there's a trend line going here from the bottom, so which is why we have targeted the trend line for our trade. Likewise in gold, there was a previous resistance, tested once, tested twice, tested thrice. And this time, it might lead to a proper fall. And our entry was on the basis of the 5 minutes evening star 1, 2, 3 evening star pattern. And look at that. Now there's a continuation inside candle forming over here as well, whose break might lead to a further downfall. Let's just hope it breaks and gives us the downfall that we need before the 13 minutes when the news starts. It's quite choppy. It's just $100 fall. Well, first this needs to break on a shorter time frame. Look at that. Beautiful. One session for cohort recording for sure, bro. Sell side in gold. Yes, we have taken a sell side trade, and for now it does look respected. However, I want the candle to fall before this one closes. I want this candle itself to break the low and close below. That will confirm our thesis. Wait for the news for a good trade or take the ones you suggested, brother? when you trade the news, you will not get a good trade. You will get a proper gamble. The ones that I suggested, those were the good ones. Don't confuse, my friend. News trading will always remain a gamble. I hope I answered your question, Nan Reespurti, about why we short Bitcoin. If this doesn't fall below, or at least doesn't close below the low, I don't like the closing. It's not a nice one. This makes me sad. Well, we have 10 minutes to go for the news. Why do we keep switching? Let's just have the same. Oh, silver. Does anybody over here trade silver by any chance? Let's just put gold on the right so that we know what we're doing. This is a gold trade, and on the left we have a Bitcoin trade pending. Well, it's a good consolidation. Just to break out of this consolidation can give a nice breakdown. So when I say breakout or a breakdown, it pretty much means the same thing. It's a breakout on the downside. You don't really have to call it a breakdown. Let's see which one falls first. Will gold break the low first, or will Bitcoin break the trend line first? Yeah, I'll tell you when to book targets as well. We will try to close this before the news. At least a couple minutes before the news, we'll try to close our trades. Don't want to risk the news. Let's not risk that. One, two, three. Okay, well, okay. This might be the third wave. It's 115 point SL, not a big deal. What is that pump, man? Oops. Look at that. Low volume SL hunting pumps. Is Ethereum doing the same thing? Pretty much. BNB, yes. That's the difference between a cryptocurrency and Forex. Cryptocurrency can give you random pumps out of nowhere. But Forex respects things a bit more. Has this taken a stop loss? Yes, it has. Let's exit this trade for now. So let's to go for the news. Well, unfortunately, this smaller trend line got respected and market ended up taking a stop loss. That's all right. It's anyway a very small time frame for our trade. SFP हो गया. Well, this one got good volumes. We're about to hit 70 once again. Four minutes to go, guys. Well, I believe gold is now waiting for the news. I'm going to reduce the SL in this one. I don't want to risk us losing a lot of money to news. Wow, look at ING. No trades in crypto? Not yet, mate. We took one in Bitcoin. Well, crypto is pretty much reaching its major resistance level. 70,200, that's going to be resistance for Bitcoin itself. Then if you see Ethereum is getting there, 3,720. If you look at BNB, 650 is going to be the resistance. Solana will see a resistance at around 163 or 164. Link, likewise. So you see the pattern, right? All of them are near resistances. So the next trade is either a rejection trade from this point, since the rally is too strong, or a consolidation and a further breakout. At this point, not too many trades, so which is why we just took a small stop loss trade in Bitcoin. It was hardly 100 points, $100 stop loss, and we were targeting, say, 300. 1:3, 3.5. That was our trade size with a relatively smaller SL that we usually take for Bitcoin. And since the news is going to come in 1 minute, I want you to reduce your stop loss in gold and remain on sell side We'll keep an eye on this. 41 seconds to go. You may take an ATM strangle option buy in Bitcoin. Let's see. 14 seconds to go, 12 seconds to go. Let's see what happens. There you go. Boom. And gold is stuck. Oh my god. Okay. Not bad. Book your profits, guys. Take some partials over here. Take some partial. Look at Bitcoin. Oh wow. Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you, Bitcoin. Thank you so much for proving me right. Just a little bit late. Well, such is life. What is this? Just a little bit late, mates. Just a little bit late. Well, 2 for the day. Is there anybody who didn't listen to me and did not take a stop loss in Bitcoin? What kind of fall is this? I'm sorry, man. I ended up placing a market order at a short. My bad. This is news based, my friend. It's literally the same, no change, which is good for the dollar and bad for gold. Imagine if this went higher. Oh, this would have rocketed. If this went lower, oh my god, we would see gold at 2,300 directly, $2,300. That would be the fall. Well, guys. So this was fun. So whenever we get interest rates, we get great moves. So when's the next interest rate? Let's see. So next one is on 31st of July. So, well, we'll be waiting for 31st of July for this. Bitcoin's back up. Brilliant. Don't hold the gold trade for too long. Keep booking your partials in such trades. Since we have taken a counter trend trade, not really, it's actually a sideways markets trade if you look at the bigger picture. Let's see where the 5-minute candle closes over here. If this closes above the trend line, we might see a trade. Now, under no circumstances will you take any kind of a loss in the gold trade now. Our next trade in gold would be once this trend settles, once the shorts end, that's when we can see the next trade. Let's see what happens around these areas first. Around 2320. As of now, there's some buying pressure. We can see from 2325. You want to buy gold in large quantities? What's price to consider? Mate, buy it at whatever price you get. Just buy it at whatever price you get. I am stacking up on sovereign gold bonds like crazy. How often will you be coming live in this channel? I'm not sure. Whenever I feel like, I'll just be coming live here. दोनों में profit 1000 in Bitcoin and 819 gold. Super, bro. Well, you held Bitcoin, huh? Well, good for you, man. What if it went up? What would you do then? Never forget risk management, mate. I'll help you make money regardless. Just don't forget your risk management. You made a mistake today. If you took a separate trade, that's on you. That's great. But if you held the same trade beyond a stop loss, well, that's risky. I don't see any new trades happening since this is the only trade and the trend will continue. We'll need another 15 to 20, not 15, 20 minutes. We'll need at least another hour for a fresh consolidation to happen. And unless there is a consolidation, we are not going to take random trades. That's not what we are supposed to do. We are gamblers, not savages. Are you looking to take a long in Bitcoin now? SL below this, and this is your high. This is your targets. Okay, let's see what happens, my friend. Only a gambler. Let's see how BTC behaves and how well it respects this low. Narendra Modi ji and indices are not performing well since you've won the election. There's a massive red candle out there, massive selling candle out there. It's not letting us trade. The 2024 inflation forecast has risen to 2.6. Forecasts just show that there's going to be one single rate cut in 2024. 100 BPS of rate cuts in 2025. The Fed says that inflation has eased, but it remains elevated. They're still going to look at it on a meeting-to-meeting basis. That's the outcome for today's meeting. Well, we are at the 69,000 level. Historically, that's a very nice number. Just for the memes, man. Just for the memes, it's a pretty fun number to be at 69,000 for Bitcoin. Let's see if that long works. So what Fahad asked us to do was something like this and to target this. Yeah. $69 is where the real juice is at. It is. This feels like expiry trading, man. This exact trade is what expiry trading looks like. We have captured such an expiry trade as well on our streams on a different channel. We won't talk about different channels here. SFPOP. Let's see what happens. As of now, Bitcoin remains weak. Let's see if it reverses. There's a huge slowdown in the market right now. The volumes have suddenly completely died. News didn't load. Why? Almost billion US dollars in Bitcoin moved from exchanges as price plunged 5.4%. Dormant Bitcoin awakens. Someone just transferred 537 million worth of Bitcoin to Binance after 6-year slumber. Who is this person? Poor reaction, not liking it. Yeah, there was supposed to be a stronger reaction, ideally. Which is why I said this closing doesn't really look nice to me, Fahad. This closing didn't give the confidence. If this closed above the trend line, maybe we could have taken the same trade, which is what I was looking at too. But since it closed below, that's a sign of concern. It can still go up. I mean, anything can happen, but most likely it's not going to go up. मार्केट सेंटिमेंटल अब ट्रेड नहीं कर पाते, अब ट्रेड देते हो. Narendra Modi ji, I have a personal issue, man, with trading live. See, so I really like to answer questions of people, and I tend to ignore my own trades when I'm trading live. When I'm not trading live, I am focusing only on one thing, which is my trade. But when I am live, I feel that I'm responsible for everybody watching. So I tend to ignore my own trade. I'm laser focused. I look at it candle by candle, second by second, minute by minute, if that's the kind of trade I'm taking. And I know exactly when to exit. But that does not be that's not the case when I'm trading live. It's AI, not him. Yeah. Hello. In which website you watch the news of Bitcoin and all? You can watch it at CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. And I've made a video on my other channel, Trading with Siddharth. On that, there's a video for complete crypto guide. So I've mentioned a few news channels over there as well. If it doesn't respect the trend line, then Mr. Fahad, we might be hitting your targets. Investments are looking good, boys. Omni is rising nice. Even Ego token is rising, dude. This Shill token is rising as well. The kind of moves it's giving, it seems like it's a shit coin, man. Good promises, bad turnouts. Ooh, what a close. What a close, dude. Wow. Silver made an M pattern, huh? On a higher time frame. Well, yes, that's exactly what gold did as well. But for it to get activated, it has to go below this level, which for now seems slightly unlikely. At what levels, what scenarios can a gold trade gold next? Well, we might get a trade somewhere around here, around these ranges, depending on how it behaves. And the other trade we'll be seeing around 2340 ranges. One of the trade we could see here, if it goes down but closes above on 15 or 30 minutes, let's say on the 30 minutes, it breaks this, forms a wick, maybe hits our target and closes above. Say it closes above this as well. In that case, right at the closing, we can take an entry for the buy side. That's my next scenario. Well, I believe there is not much left in the market. The market has lost its steam and it's reversing. So if you wish, let's just close this trade as well. There are still chances it might, further go down, but it might be slow. So if you're sleepy, you can just place your stop loss above this high, say about 2336 maybe, or just at the cost, and place your targets around 2318. You could target that and close your gold trade, as in close your system. And for Bitcoin, if you've taken the SFP trade, then you can place your targets somewhere around here, maybe 69720. and your stop loss would be below this low. That is around 68,780, $20 below this. And again, you can close your system over here as well. So I have removed the trend line, Fahad. What's SFP? Pardon my ignorance. Ashish, it's a setup that we've been teaching in our mentorship. So you see Fahad, he has come up with a strategy called SFP. And based on that, our entries would look something like this, or perhaps like this. Something around these areas would be our entry, and we target these ranges, this level. Chalo. Alright guys, good night. Place your SLs and targets in the system itself and enjoy the stream.